This presentation is on Hungarian phonology, and I've got my son Mark here. He's a bilingual speaker of English and Hungarian. He's going to help me out with the Hungarian words. And this is an updated version, so this is really comparative phonology. We're really comparing Hungarian to English. So let's have a look at the consonants. And there are a couple interesting things that we don't have in English. We've got these alveolar affricates. We've got sa and za. Then we've also got these palatals, stops or affricates, and the nasal, but we'll talk about those on the next slide. And then we also have the trilled R. So Mark's going to demonstrate that with a tongue twister.
Riparetek magyarul korán reggel ritkán rikkant a rigó.
Okay, great. Now we're going to look at those palatals. So I'm going to click on a word, Mark's going to say it, and we'll talk about what it means. But these are different. You'll see that English only has the ya as a palatal, but Hungarian has a couple more. So we'll start with these, the voiceless palatal affricate.
Tyúk.
Which means hen.
Atya.
That's father.
Gyújt.
And that means he, she, or it ignites.
Agya.
His, her, or its brain.
Nyúl.
And that's a rabbit.
Anya.
Is mother. So those are very different than cha and ja, for example, in English. So it's much more, Mark, can you show again, like if we do a ya versus ja?
Ja. Ja.
Right, so you can hear that difference there. Okay, now we're going to look at something called geminate consonants, and here in Hungarian they allow doubled consonants, so they're actually just lengthened, but they're phonemic, so that means you could distinguish words. So Mark's going to demonstrate, and I'll tell you what these words mean, but this is the first one. We're talking about some stops here.
Sok. And sok.
So there's a difference in meaning between many and shock. Here are some fricatives.
Mos. Mos.
And that's wash as a verb, and then wash in the imperative form. And here's an affricate pair.
Megy. Megy.
Go versus sour cherry.
Áll. Áll.
Fake and then stand. And we've got another set of liquids here.
Var. Var.
So that's scab and so. We'll take a look here for a minute at Hungarian vowels, and you can see the vowel chart there on the bottom. And here are some vowels that we don't have in English, so Mark's going to demonstrate these.
Hát.
Which means back.
Hat.
That means 6.
Sör.
Beer.
Üt.
To hit. Hungarian also has a length distinction, so you can see some of these pairs, you can distinguish words based on length. So here's an example.
Kor and kor.
And that's the difference between time or age and disease.
Írt. Írt.
Exterminate versus he, she, it wrote.
Új. Új.
Finger versus new. So Hungarian has something called vowel harmony, and you can see on those circles that some of the vowels are front vowels, some are back, and then when you add an ending, there's going to be another vowel that goes in there sometimes, and that's going to depend on this harmony rule. So Mark's going to demonstrate. So in this case, we have with the ka ending, we've got 3 possible endings based on what that first vowel is in the root of the word. So Mark, go ahead and read the words across.
Kér and kérek. Kör and körök. Kár and károk.
So in each case, a different vowel was added to complete that ending. So I think that's about it in terms of comparative phonology, and we would like to thank you. And Mark, you want to say in Hungarian how to say thank you?
Köszönjük!